Hey Attila, tell me about William Dampier journal.
He said, bring the Hungarian on the boat, you speak to the natives in Fitzroy River. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's what he's saying in the
I
journal.
was there absolutely, because I done a lot of research.
Yep.
But William Dampier has many books, and I was looking for, because, look, I haven't got internet. I dump the papers and I think I know, and I don't know where it is. You understand?
Do you remember the name of the book?
The William Dampier book, but they try to trace which one. He said, take a man on the boat, Hungarian, and you can speak to the people.
Yeah. You don't...
From Perth, a man, the head of a man was taken to England, and 25 years ago they brought it back to Perth, give them to native. He was white man, tall, and eagle nose, like Hungarian has, not my nose, Hungarian got
Yep.
eagle nose, and his name Magic Ura, the chief of the counties. You know counties?
Yes.
The chief of the Magic Ura. It's all. I'll give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I give you the newspaper in Sydney. They call the Daruk, not Daruk, Daruk is crying, Daruk cries many birds.
Yep.
The star is, and you check the star, you will see the crane is above Sydney.
Yes.
That's why at Sydney University, Professor Elkin, when I told him, the Australians navigated by the stars, we Hungarians did our maps being all by the star.
Yep.
That's how America was discovered.
Yep.
Now. And Professor Elkin, when I told him, Sydney the crane, West Australia the mule, the hare, Brisbane
the goat,
buck,
the goat,
the
goat.
Yes, the ram,
Yep.
what you call Capricorn.
Capricorn. Yep.
And he went in front of me like that. He said, look, I want you to read papers that, and can you tell us anything? I did. He put me in the library and to read all kinds of documents. Professor Elkin.
Mm-hmm.
He was not an idiot. He was a very smart man.
I see. So I wonder which William Dampier journal.
I give you all the information. Look, what am I going? You know what I do with it? I hide it. And one day I fucking die and nobody know that rubbish dump. You understand?
Yes.
And I give you the newspaper too, because better you know it.
Yes.
And check, you can check the crime star above Sydney. Daru. D-I-R-U. Crime in my language. Daruk is many, plural.
Mm-hmm.
And the West Australia is mule, yeah. A native woman been asked when she came from Brisbane, where you came from? She said, I am Bucky.
Mm-hmm.
I came from the Capricorn.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Another question. In the journals of George Augustus Robinson, you were saying that basically in Swan Island there were white natives.
What was it, George Robinson?
Yeah. In his journals, you were saying that on Swan Island.
On Swan Island, they've been white people, Magyars, and they said that I look like us, or if not better. I give it to you.
Yes. Yeah. Must give you that. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the murdering the Hungarians back 1,000 years ago, the Vatican, I can't speak of it. If you would tell people I said so, I would tell Stephen is a liar. Mm-hmm. Because to insult the Vatican is the quickest way to die. Mm. You know that, or you don't know?
Oh, I think I know that, yeah.
And it don't take you anywhere, don't talk about it. Only the fact they start to murder, invite Mongols, Tatars, Germans against Hungary, and they annexed the Black Sea in 1452. The Turks and all the nations came against Hungary. French army came to support us, and the French army suddenly ran away, joined the Turks,
I see.
and we lost the war. You understand that?
Yep. And
That was Udatica. And the
when was this? 1452.
Yeah, and Suleiman, Grand Vizier, you know Grand Vizier, the army chief, was Giustiniani. You know the name?
Giustiniani. You say.
Write it down.
Yeah. I've already got it written down. You said he's Roman
The
agent.
Roman Catholic man was the Muslim army chief against Hungary and Greece.
Yes.
But I want to tell you, when you speak to people, you never give names. So and so said it. I read it. I was on the toilet. I found the paper, and incidentally I read it. You understand that?
I understand.
So and so wrote it 200 years ago. Because if you're giving people in your life, you actually give them the chance to dominate you. You understand that?
Yes.
Because they can get me, get them, and you in it. No, I found it. I found it. I read it in the library. I found the paper, and I was sitting on the train, and I read it. It was on the seat. It's not the importance who you got it from. The importance is you got it.
Yes.
If you find $100 note, not important how you find it. You
got it. Yeah.
You got it. You got it. And I give you all this information. Now, I have a new language. This language of mine is polysynthetic, prefix and suffix.
Yes.
The European languages are prefix languages. And in this language, is no two consonants at the beginning of the word, no cluster consonant. So what I say now, the Tasmanian language fall into the category of polysynthetic language, and no word beginning with two consonants. I say no more, you know, you understand?
Yes.
That's the way I am walking in a bush. Now, here is a tree. If I'm an idiot, I shouldn't be there, and bang, I go by. That's what I want to do. Actually, we had to laugh when I said if you got a twin sister, I wanted to say, because she would be interesting that you said, yes, she's a bitch.
Yeah,
we had to
lovely.
laugh. You not Italian?
Yeah, no, Greek.
Greek.
Greek,
From
yeah.
Elazar.
No, not from Cyprus. Cypriot.
Oh, Cyprus.
Yeah, Cypriot. Not Greek, Cypriot.
She's very smart. She comes from Cyprus.
Yes.
So, you never give out people, but you must give information. The answer is straight away.
Yeah.
I found a newspaper traveling on the train, and I read it. I went to the library, somebody left book on the bench, and I looked into it.
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes.
You don't give people away. There is nothing that what I know the Vatican wouldn't know.
Oh, yeah.
That is William Dampier. The Danish captain Jorgen Jorgenson said, I have 26
Sailors.
languages among the sailors on the boat.
Yep.
With one of them we can speak to the people in here, New Zealand, Northern New Zealand, in Haiti and Peru. He was shined, he wants to be the king of the Tasmanian, and he died in the prison. And the sailor disappeared. He didn't go back to Hungary. He went up there. So for this language,
So Jorgensen had Hungarian sailors.
Jorgenson was a very clever man, a Danish man in the English Navy.
Yep. And obviously one of his sailors could speak Hungarian and could speak to the
That
Tasmanians.
was William Dampier.
You like it?
but have to find it again, read his books.
Yeah, but also you're saying Jorgenson.
He only said, with one of my sailor, we can speak to the native.
We can speak to
That's
the native.
enough.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah.
But then again, it's written there on white when it's Australian Magyar, written many times. I showed that to you. So, and the languages. So what? The French, you should take note of Pitard. The French Pitard. P-I-T-I-R-D.
He wrote the journals on Tasmania.
Pitard was a historian in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
He said about Hungary, the Hungarian language was chopped up like the blacksmith chop up a chain between the hammer and the anvil to bits. He knew, and he said it. The English knew in the Battle of Waterloo, and the French both our languages here. The Austrians been idiots, because if they been friendly with Hungary, Australia will belong to us. But Austrian was a puppet to Rome. And England didn't want the German and didn't want the Russian, because they knew our language. The Napoleon fall, they picked Napoleon up and made him to sign everything to them and finish. And they made war against German. And the German won the Spanish, what you call the Spanish war, long time ago, the Armada, Spanish Armada. German battleship won the war, you know that? For England. German battleship.
When was that?
The Spanish Armada, when it was fighting in 13 or 1400, I don't know, long time ago.
I see.
Yeah, German battleship. Yeah. But it's no good to accuse people you don't look. You know, the language that counts.
Yeah.
That means when you can open the door on a dark room and you find there a toothbrush and a cigarette lighter and a motorbike, then it comes to reality. It's not a flower garden which was made by Rome or somebody else. You understand? Then you say it's not true. So that's the whole thing. And you don't even have to say it. In the French wrote down, and the English, body parts is for women, the feminine is mij. Now I can show you in the dictionary French and English. Now in the Hungarian dictionary is printed, Hungarian language wiped out, they put in foreign European language instead. My jam in my language lekvar, now they put in jam, not lekvar. And feminine is mij, they put in Slavic language.
I see.
You understand or not?
I understand.
And it's coming partly from the Vatican and coming from American people.
Yep.
I am tired of it. I know what is the truth. If I would die, this history disappears. Nobody can translate.
Yep.
It's a gift. Like you, I think you're very smart. You could be in the parliament to be the president of Australia, because you clued up, you know what's going on. The average Australian don't know.
That's right.
You know that or you don't?
I do know that, yes.
They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. You want that? Yeah.
I'll put back in the bag for now.
They don't, people don't know of that. Like in a newspaper, is Daruk. They say it's the name of a tribe. and there is it was Barramadda, and it was corrupted into by mistake corrupted into Paramatta. And matta means ill, no. Param is perambulating, perimeter.
Perimeter, yeah.
That's the end of the harbour.
In the Magyar.
At the end of the harbour, that's what it means. And there is Milpara, you know Milpara?
Yeah.
Mil is deep.
Deep.
The shoreline of the deep land, the low tide. I speak the language, that's my mother language.
Yeah.
Nobody can argue the point. Nobody.
So Parramatta means basically the perimeter at the end of the harbour.
Yes, Param. Look, this is table Parama.
Yeah.
A means off. This is the Param of the table. I say table Param A. And where is that? Paramat. Here.
And the name Sydney?
Sydney is English language.
English language, yeah.
It was Magyari. It was written there. Magyari. In Glebe written in the post office, Vanguard. It's Hungarian. The Russian call me
Vanguard, yes.
Yeah, Vanguard. That's Hungarian. The Russian call me Vanguard. And there is Kardikal. You heard the word Kardikal?
Kardikal, yeah.
Card is a water enclosure. That's all it means. For me, basta bis card, KID. And the big one, the end, because it's locked in, a card, like harbor. Or if it's open, we call it ubel. But this is an enclosure, it's card. Cardi means Cardian, Cardic, plural Cardians, and Cardicol means with the people of the harbor.
With the people of the harbour.
All on the end is with. Actually, in our language, with is IL, and plural for with is KIL, which don't exist in English and German. This is a very rich language. The Abo.
I see, yeah.
The Abo spoke a richer language than the European people.
Yep.
I told you, give this from the capital. From cap. If it's in, you have to say my biro is in the cap. Give it, you describe it. We don't, the above. He said, give my biro cap bird. From inside, it means.
Yep.
Give my biro cap roll is on the top. This is a fantastic language. I didn't know until I learned languages. The Aboriginals speak a super language to the white man.
And I say from your study of the Aboriginal language, it make you understand your language even better.
And in Central Australia is the Magyari tribe, I told you.
Yes.
All Magyari.
And
A
Magyari.
woman chased her husband away. It's written there on Alvarem. I had to laugh. Alvarem, I bashed him away. He said, I gave him a trash, I bashed him away.
Alvarem.
And the other one said, what is my husband? He said, he was, but not anymore. He said, wait a minute. He said, your husband. He said, was. He was, but not any longer.
So this was in Central Australia.
What?
This was Central Australia and Magyari tribe.
I bet we sit in a jeep, we go to Arnhem and Fitzroy River, we speak to natives. Yeah.
Oh, so Fitzroy River was where Dampier said, bring Hungarian.
That's what William Dampier said. You take a Hungarian, you speak to the people.
So Fitzroy River is in Central Australia.
I know, but that section of Australia, I have to tell something, otherwise I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't say I don't know, in Newcastle River.
Yeah.
It's that river, that area.
Yeah. So Fitzroy River is in Central Australia.
I understand, but central, but it go to West Australia.
You go to
the
West
sea.
Australia, to the sea, yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, good.
I can't say Clarence River because it's there.
Yes.
It's Fitzroy River. And the government know it, and in England I know it. They don't speak of it. And England was foolish because science belonged to Hungary. Very clever people, the upper class. Very. I didn't know before. No Austrian, no Romanian, no Yugoslav, nobody created anything. Hungary might, the diesel locomotive, the helicopter which went not flying up and down, the atomic bomb, there was Teller, what you call
Tesla.
yes, and Albert Einstein studied in Hungary, in Transylvania, and he's still the work of a student,
Yes.
Bolyai Tamás. And Edward Teller and Leo Szilard, he visited us in Sydney from America. All the atomic scientists Hungarian. That's it. So these people just got what you call.
What was the name of the student that Einstein get the work from?
Bolyai Tamás, Thomas Bolyai.
And how do you spell Boyer?
I have to write it there.
How do I spell? B.
It would be B-O, in our language, B-O-Y-I-I. But in English, the Y is a J.
Boyer. All right.
Bolyai. The English would write B-O-Y.
Yes.
I.
But the Slavic or Hungarian write B-O-J. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand.
Like you say, Yugoslavia. Right?
Yeah. Because the Y sound...
Actually, it is a not J, because it is George is J, and yesterday is a Y, and other is a J. It's the English complicate the writing, it's an idiotic method of writing. Double O is U, Y, double O, double E is a Y, not an I. You understand?
Yes.
They complicate. And the English don't know their language, I told you. They don't know the real meaning of many words, like sail is wind.
Sail is wind in Majori. Yeah.
Yeah, and Tasmania, nobody are all sail. There is a railway station, Megalo, I think it's in Blue Mountain, Megalo, M-A-G-A-L-O. You know where it is?
Megalo.
Where is it?
Somewhere in Blue Mountains. Yeah.
All right, you know what it means?
What? No.
All right. When I build the...
When they build it?
When I build the first railway line. First railway line, and I put the locomotive on with railway carriages.
Yes.
And the natives work on the railway line. They all, for the opening day, they sit on the trucks, the railway trucks.
Yes.
And when they arrive at place, they call it Megalo. Megalo means stopping place. Meg-Al-O, stopping place.
I see.
That's what it is. I read the history of it.
I see.
You know, Vatamole. Go to Wollongong, Vatamole, buy.
In Wollongong?
Go to Wollongong from Sydney, Vatamole, buy, Vatamole. It's before Wollongong to Sydney, Vatamole.
Vatamole. Like Stanwell Park.
Yeah, it means an English boat was sinking and the sailor break on the rocks. And few sailors managed to come alive. And the native said, Feta Megoli, I've been afraid it kill you. Yes. Vatam, Fetam, I've been afraid.
I see.
Megoli, it kill you. I've been afraid the water kill you. I read all things. Actually, I was a Hungarian, I came home.
Yep.
But no good to know too much. You know that.
Yes. And that's the thing as well. Hitler know about
Who?
Hitler.
Yeah.
He know that the Aryan man come from Australia.
Hitler?
Yeah.
No, he didn't know anything.
No.
He knew nothing, that man. He was an American agent, and Himmler was German Jew from America. Look, the America program was...
Well, also English as well. English and the American.
The market.
Yeah.
America, people was looking for job dying in England. Rich people went grass cutting for other people to earn money to eat. They had a table like that outside the castle and the advertisement. For 6 pence you can visit our castle inside. And then in Campbell plan, I told you?
Yes, in the Campbell plan.
What?
Yeah, the Campbell plan.
Yeah. Written down, even if the Jews are ugly, the European, American, mighty big man, no trouble if they be wiped out, we'll get money for it. It's everything being written. I found it with long time in the library.
Yeah. Now, that Campbell plan, you found that in the...
What?
The Campbell plan, you found that, the source of the Campbell plan.
It's in an Australian journal.
Australian Anthropological.
Anthropological. 1880 or 1995. The Russians are told Russia very rich, but they couldn't sell nothing. Everything what they grew, cattle died, milk, they couldn't eat it, couldn't sell it, no money. Like now, Russia in rags. You saw them in the village in rags?
In where?
In Russia, the village man in raggy clothes.
Oh, yes.
And that's what Putin said America. We lost 28 million people, Second World War forward. Can you see Russian car in the street?
No.
Can you see the frigidaire and television in the street? Russian?
No.
Now that's what is it now. Russia wake up. When Russians are said, give me a pen is Karandash. And he put it on the map. He said, that's where the railway line goes. If it's not ready in 8 to 10 years, better you follow, don't turn up. And I built it. I dumped 64-tonner Russian railway truck, European 24. Russian 3 times bigger. Our one is like the Australian railway train, but the Russia is twice as big. And I dumped fruit, cattle, wheat, half price to Europe, and America, England, all in poverty. You understand now?
Yes.
It's economic. And I said the European Jew ugly, doesn't matter if they die, the American Jew is a mighty big man. And we want money for that. It's all written down here. When I read it, I want to copy it. But there was, with long time, a Russian man speaking to himself. You know, here was 63 Russian boats out on the sea with long time. You know that?
No.
There's 63 boats ready to come in.
I see.
Russian people been everywhere in the street, and Australian many had a red spot on the head, communist, and wear the Lenin tie. They telephoned me, I live down here, we'll put your head in the Sydney Harbour. I was scared to stay in Australia any longer. And then one evening, the news came. Hello. This is for the laws, you know, the laws, rubbish in the street. They're not going to think they do what they done in Russia and Hungary, killing people. The Australian army in near Liverpool, what they call bridge, ready to march in, and I mow them down. We mow them down in the street. That everybody disappeared from the street. That was the first time communists disappeared from the street. They've been everywhere there.
I see.
And then, when I went to the library, the Russian man he was booking pages for copying. And he said, 35, 35. And the next page was 42 sometime. I told him, Sorogdwe. Ram, he looked at me, Koti, who are you? You Hungarian. I am Hungarian. So you tipunia my Poruski, I learned Russian.
Yeah.
Then I realized I shouldn't give that article to him suddenly, because I didn't know that. And you know what he said? I can't print it now for you because the machine is not working. I said, then this guy said, take it back, keep reading it. And I never went back because if he saw the article, he would know I posted it everywhere. You understand that?
Yes.
Or not?
I do understand.
And
yeah.
I left it there. It's in an anthropological journal.
Could you go back to library now and look it back up?
It would take some time. I would take me a couple of months. I would find it very interesting. Everything is written in it. We have to make war between Russia, Germany, Austria, Hungarian Empire. We have to ruin Europe. We have to get rid of the Russian intellect. It's written there.
Yep.
The Polish, the Hungarian intellect.
Yeah.
And fix up Germany and French too. Written there.
My goodness.
Yeah. And when...
So either what, 1888 or 95 or...
Yeah, the Campbell plan. It was in the New York Times magazine. Look, sir, my God, I read it. I said that everything what I said is happened. Innocent people died. 60 million Christian men and 6 million Jews. Because what they done to the Jewish people, it was despicable. But the people didn't want to do it.
So they published the Campbell plan in the New York Times as well.
What?
They published the Campbell plan in the New York Times as well.
No, the Australian journal had that article. They said it appeared in the New York Times magazine. That's all.
Oh, I see. I see. So maybe I can source it in New York
And
Times.
I wanted to copy it, but when I saw a Russian man, I knew he is Whitlam, got Russian communists here already.
Yeah.
I don't tell you actually. There is a man, Hungarian, who came communist, and he said, look, you are a good, straight man, I will protect you. And he is in Sydney now. I am not going to tell you.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
And he saved my life. Yes. It's from the Hungarian government. I told you before, it's a man from the government.
Yeah.
He came in, brought me present, even chocolate, everything. But I'm not going to tell anybody who he is.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I like scrambled.
And he said, down here, Wulumulu,
I love that.
you know, in the street down here I lived, I didn't came here to make friendship with you, but you are a more decent man than all the people who reported you, and I will make your head, you clear in Hungary. He saved my life. They wrong me, would drop your head in the Sydney Harbour. That was in 1972. And Tisman is here again, brought me presents, and he will go back in a month's time to Hungary. But I am not going to say...
Yeah, don't say. Don't
because
say.
He done a big thing for me, and he's a very educated man, and I don't want to... If I would pick on him, I would pay for it.
Yep.
Number one, I couldn't go to Hungary. I tell you that now. You understand that?
So,
And he got people here in Australia. They got.
what was the first name of Campbell who make the plan?
Who?
The name of Campbell.
Campbell plan.
Yeah. What was the first name? Like Joseph?
Campbell plan.
Yeah. Was it?
No, I can't. Campbell plan. That's the title. The Campbell. And I read it. I was astonished. It all happened in my time in Europe when I was living in Europe.
Yes. But the name of Campbell. Do you know the name of the man?
No, only a Campbell plan.
Yes. Okay.
That's the title, big capital, Campbell plan, New York Times magazine. Yeah.
Because I'm going to research it myself.
It is an article you never see anything like that in your life. It's a road down what's going to happen.
Yep.
I said, we will put out of the road the Russian intellect first, which they did.
So this was long before World War One.
Yes, because America couldn't sell nothing to Europe anymore.
Yep.
It was market.
Yes.
And that's why Hitler sent the army to Volga River to demolish Europe to the Volga River, and he didn't give them clothes, they all freeze up, and everything was ruined. In Poland was all ruined. Everything ruined. Budapest was ruined.
Yep.
Because America wanted a market.
So basically, you know, the England and America, the Rothschild, Rockefeller, basically.
They made what is today the Chinese danger.
Yeah.
They should never done it. It was all for economy. Actually, the German and the English language, they are the same people, the German and the English.
Yep.
I speak German and English, not fluently, but that's my German is my first language. And the Germans say the 12th, the German says 12.
12.
10 is 10.
10.
100 is 100.
100. Yeah.
100. 1,000, 1,000. Foot, foot. Hand, hand. So what is it?
Yeah.
It was all the market.
Yes.
All the market.
So they basically destroy Europe for the English and
It was market.
American sort of market thing.
They wanted to demolish Europe to the ground, so they have to start to buy food and buy everything and build up. To rebuild it will take them a generation. That's why the Second World War, when Europe rebuilt in 20 years, they started another war, do the same thing again.
Let's see.
The same thing again. Australia wouldn't allow, listen, you go too far, don't want to share.
Yes, sure.
Australia should not allow the Muslims to build churches. What is that?
It's just a leaf. Look.
Build churches, because if they're coming here to try to change us, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Or they want to adjust to our living. Listen.
Attila, I have to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
1 moment. Oh.